my dear friends, and welcome back to another Star Wars news update. In today's video, we're going to be talking about more leaks for Obi-Wan Kenobi and more. As always, my dear friends, before we dive into it, please may I ask you to hit that big red subscribe button if you've not done so, and also be sure to give that bell a good old tickle to be alerted each and every time that I post new videos. So my dear Mandalorians, without much further ado and without any more jibber jabber, let's dive straight into it. So we're going to start with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and we do have a couple of pieces of news. We're going to begin with a Bespin Bulletin report about Inquisitors appearing in the show. The title of this article is What I've Heard Regarding Inquisitors in Obi-Wan Kenobi, plus an update on its production. The article starts by saying, as filming continues on Obi-Wan Kenobi at Manhattan Beach Studios, I managed to get a minor update on some rumours floating around on the series. You may recall a couple of weeks ago it was rumoured that an Inquisitor, or rather Inquisitors, were going to be appearing in the series. We were also told that Sun Kang is going to be playing the fifth brother. The article states that they don't have much to bring to the table, but thanks to a source inside of a company working on the production, I can back up those rumours. The source is not a huge Star Wars fan and doesn't necessarily know the names of certain items or characters and so on, but from what was described, it is my understanding that armour for Inquisitors has been made, and multiple lightsaber hilts were seen. When describing the appearance of the lightsabers, the response without prompt was circular guards around the handle. They go on to say, I don't know how many Inquisitors are going to appear, but it definitely seems to be more than one. As for an update on the Kenobi production, it seems as if, at least for the past few weeks, the series has only been using the volume in Manhattan Beach. But as has been previously reported, they will be coming here to England to work at Pinewood Studios. So basically, this article confirms what we already suspected to be true, that we're going to see multiple Inquisitors in the series, and it's really exciting they've already seen numerous lightsaber hilts on set. Now we do actually have another big rumour for Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it follows on from the news that Sun Kang is going to play the fifth brother. It's now reported that Simone Kessell is going to be playing the seventh sister. This is massive news because it further confirms that Star Wars are trying to bridge the animated shows to the live action ones. Given that the seventh sister dies in 3BBY, the timeline adds up perfectly, since the Obi-Wan Kenobi series takes place 6 years prior. So as I've done with previous Star Wars Rebels characters, I'm going to give you a brief summary of who she was if you've not seen the series. The seventh sister was a Mirialan Inquisitor, who served the Empire as a Jedi hunter in the years before the Battle of Yavin. Mirialans are the same species as Barriss Offee and Luminara Unduli. The seventh sister was tasked by Darth Vader to track down Ahsoka Tano. Following the death of the Grand Inquisitor, the seventh sister sought to replace him as the leader of the Inquisitorius. In the fourth year before the Battle of Yavin, the seventh sister came in direct conflict with the Spectres. She fought them on many occasions aboard an Old Republic medical station on the planet of Takobo in an attempt to kidnap Force-sensitive children. Ultimately though, the seventh sister was killed by Maul on Malachor. So as I say, this casting rumour does make a lot of sense, and I really hope it comes to fruition. Something I will say is that having a look at the comments section on my recent Kenobi videos, it seems like there are two camps of fans. There are those who really want to see the Inquisitors and others who are strongly opposed. I think it's because some fans see the Inquisitors as a distraction from Vader being the big bad of the show. But since Star Wars Rebels is canon and Lucasfilm are keen to bring those characters into live action, personally I can only see it as a good thing to connect the various shows of the Star Wars universe together. Since Obi-Wan Kenobi is a show that takes place 10 years after Episode 3, some people might see it as a prequel trilogy continuation, but in my opinion it also has to stand out as its own project while staying true to Star Wars lore. I want it to feel prequelsy but also take us in a new direction. I mean, now that they have the ILM volume to work with, the sky really is the limit. And here is another thing that needs to be spoken about, Obi-Wan's arc in the series. There is a lot of conflict between whether or not he should stay on Tatooine, and some people argue that him helping Princess Leia, just as the rumours suggest, breaks canon, while others would make the argument that it doesn't. I would hope that Lucasfilm know how to tread lightly around this issue, and I trust that Deborah Chow is going to do an amazing job. But what do you guys think, and what do you make of this new rumour that Simone Kessell is going to be playing the seventh sister? So now, my dear Megalorians, we're going to be talking about LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, the long anticipated game that never seems to come out. Well, now we have some new info about what it was like making Episode 9's chapters within the game, so let's take a look at this article. Without a doubt, many are looking forward to the next official update on LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Outside of various delays likely related to the pandemic, not much has been revealed. The game will feature all 9 Star Wars movies and include DLC for a variety of related projects, including The Mandalorian. It'll be very interesting to see what developer TT Games does to freshen up old content, as well as how the game handles the latest two movies of the franchise, The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. With that in mind, a recent tongue-in-cheek conversation between two devs gives some small insight into development of the last movie. First though, another key detail to note is that TT Games was unaware of any Rise of Skywalker content prior to the movie's release in December of 2019. The time beforehand was spent working on the rest of LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, but anything for Episode 9 The Rise of Skywalker likely did not start until after. In a farewell-style post from Jack Chapman, who recently left TT Games, he and a fellow dev, Ryan Roper, briefly discussed working on Episode 9 content. Roper comments that it was a pleasure working with Chapman, and that he couldn't wait for everyone else to see the work that Chapman did on LEGO Star Wars. In response, Chapman jokes that he had PTSD working on Episode 9 content, with Roper also saying that doing so was the most fun he's had and the most miserable he's been. The exact reason why was not mentioned, and it could be for a number of reasons. The aforementioned time frame for content makes sense, especially when the work on the final movie could not happen any sooner. Not to mention, it was around March of 2020 when many parts of the world began shutting down, likely complicating development on LEGO Star Wars. After all, in May of 2020, the game's release date was posted as October the 20th of 2020, just for that trailer to be taken down and re-uploaded without the date on the same day. In August of 2020, a new date window was announced as spring 2021, but in April of this year it was delayed indefinitely. So no doubt guys, as LEGO Star Wars fans, it's been a bit of a rough time, especially with all of the false promises about the Skywalker Saga game, and honestly I've heard all sorts of rumours for why it's been so delayed. Some people say that Episode 9 was very hard to incorporate. I've also heard rumours that they wanted to wait to include elements of the Bad Batch and other series. And some people even say it's because they had to put Cara Dune in the game because of the Mandalorian and now want to get rid of her. So as you can see, there are tons of rumours ranging from the somewhat credible to absurd. I honestly do not see this game coming out for a long time, but if we do get updates, I will keep you guys informed. But what do you guys think, and what did you make of everything in today's news update? If you guys enjoyed it, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and a huge welcome if you are. And as I say, if you guys are feeling generous and you want to contribute to the channel, please consider becoming a patron. The link is in the description down below. Otherwise, I'm Star Wars Meg, wishing you all a phenomenal rest of the day, no matter where you dwell in the galaxy. Have a good one.